Welcome. Hi. Hello. Tonight we are having Mr. Phil's show, and we'd like to start off with Mr. Phil. I'm Pam Murphy, and we have a special 20th anniversary tonight that we're celebrating, right, Mr. Phil?
Yes, we are. July 11th, it was 20 years ago since I went into all this.
And how did you actually start all this? Like, what got you to do this? What was your inspiration?
Well, it started, first of all, it stems back to when I was a kid.
Okay.
Okay? When I was a kid, I was known as the class clown. Could you believe that?
Somehow, yes.
Yes. And I wanted to be in show business when I was a kid. And my mom used to put me in talent shows. I used to sing in talent shows. And I was even going out with a celebrity's daughter. I was going out with Sam Levinson's daughter, Emily, when I was like 11, 12, 13 years old. And I could have made the connection then. But in those days, boys singing was not the thing. You were supposed to be into sports. And unfortunately, I let it drift off. Thanks to the Mets and the Yankees and Dodgers and Giants and all that, and went in that direction instead and just gave it all up. And then when about 30 years later, I just came back to it. I was in the choir in my synagogue, and I really got great vocal lessons from the cantor. And then one night we had a karaoke night, and my wife pushed me to start doing that.
What's your wife's name again?
Sandy.
Sandy. So she's that little spark that got you going?
Yes,
that's really nice.
Get out there and do it.
Okay. And so we have now the Mr. Phil show.
Yes.
And wait, how did you come to a radio station, Local Access 23, and get this going? How did this all start?
Well, it started then with the karaoke. I started doing that and going out to places because I just loved it. I just started going to bars and doing karaoke, and I used to do it every chance I got. And then I was asked if I wanted to sing live in this club that had like an open mic with a little small band, and they'd bring up the better of the karaoke singers. So I went out there and I tried it, and wow, I was addicted to that too. And then one of the DJs asked me if I wanted to be on TV on, at that time we were called Access 8, the Carl Richards show, Keeping Country Strong. So I took the opportunity, and I thought it would be a one-time thing on TV.
20 years later.
Yeah. No, wrong. I'm still here 20 years later. But then Carl invited me back all the time, and after 20 years, I'm still here. But after 2 years, the producers came down to one of my shows and said, how about starting your own? You've been, on Keeping Country Strong long enough. And I started my own show and put it together. And this was in August. By October, when we did the telethon, I had the #1 show on the station in a short time like that. And then we just went through and tried different things, different formats with the show, and went through the years. And then I started doing other things for my career. I started going to classes for commercials and voiceovers, and I landed my first commercial then.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So this show is kind of like the platform for you to get started with all that. That's wonderful.
Right. And then I went on a show on MTV right away. And then that man from MTV who was doing that show liked me so much that he kept bringing me back. And then he brought me on to The Daily Show when he brought on there. And he used to show clippings of me performing on The Daily Show. And then he was the one who got me onto Jimmy Kimmel in Hollywood.
Wow.
And then on to America's Got Talent.
And what did you do on America's Got Talent? What exactly was there?
The theme song that you just heard, I did the fill. But that didn't go over too good with Sharon Osbourne.
Oh, why? What happened? Tell me. I don't think I watched. I watched a clip
Jerry Springer said he loved it.
Okay.
But then when I got up there and did it in front of her, she says, she buzzed me. Before I even started singing, I got the buzz.
Oh, okay.
And then they gave me 3 buzzers, but told me continue singing. And then she didn't like what I did, and she knocked me off. But I told her off on national TV.
Oh, uh-oh.
But they punished me for that. When it was time to show it on national TV, they edited and spliced it, and they played "Hit the Road, Jack" and made it look like and had everybody booing for somebody else. Made it look like it was for me.
Oh, that's funny. You know, the one thing you got to remember when you just said that reminds me of a lot of people too. When you get knocked down a little bit, you get right back up, you dust yourself off, and you get going again. So after that, and but a lot of people sometimes don't like one type of music, and they might say, that's the reason why. And so maybe then, you get to another type of crowd or whatever, and they'll like the music.
I mean, it worked on every other show. On Jimmy Kimmel, they loved it. In fact, they wanted to buy my albums from that song.
Well,
even.
there you go.
But
just got to find the right people in the right market.
The funniest that if I had Laurie Mantium, the woman who's the co-host of the show, my regular co-host, she monitors everything I do and advises me because she's a professional actress, singer, and all that. She wouldn't have allowed me to do that. She would have told me to do one of my better songs because I had so many better songs, but I was just listening to what they said. If I had done One Red Rose,
which is a song that you were telling me earlier about. Tell the audience about it. What's One Red Rose?
That's that song I've done. In fact, I'm going to do it later tonight.
So we're going to hear it at the end of the show.
It's in memory of my mother, who passed away. If I would have done that, I would have made it through to Las Vegas. But by listening to somebody else and doing, that Phil dance, that wasn't made for that because they're really looking for serious talent and stuff like that.
But you know what I love is that you're here, and this show itself has become so noticed, and people are watching now, and this is actually taken off beautifully. You've got your own little gem here, is what I'd like to call it. And tell me, when you first started, how many viewers did you used to have when you first started?
When we first started, we had 3 states. Access 8 was in parts of Montague, New Jersey, and Matamoros, Pennsylvania. So we had a good viewership, but then we lost that part. We only had the Port Jervis area, and I had like about 23,000 viewers up until a year and a half ago.
And what happened a year and a half ago?
We changed the format of the show. We eliminated the cover music singers, the karaoke singers, and went strictly to originals. And it was. I thought it was going to be tough, but it's so much easier because I'm getting bands, I'm getting professional singers on the show, which gave me the rights to go into other parts of Orange County. Like I expanded into the Middletown and Central Orange County.
Poughkeepsie, you had told me,
and
or
then,
something at that time.
Poughkeepsie, Dutchess County, Newburgh, New Windsor, and then up to Sullivan County, all over, and and made that big transition there. Then in the last 2 weeks, we joined a very big market. We joined Manhattan.
So 2 weeks ago, what happened 2 weeks ago? Tell us all about that, because we'd like to know.
We joined this show on Manhattan Neighborhood Network.
Oh, okay.
And we're on 8 o'clock Saturday morning on 3 different channels down there. So now...
So see how this is taken off?
Yes.
So how many viewers now do we have?
We got over 5 million viewers at least.
Wow, 5 million viewers.
Yes.
That is wonderful. Congratulations.
Thanks.
My hat's off to you. See, you went from, a little idea, your wife put a little spark under you, to 5 million people watching you. You're telling me that people notice down in the city, they know who you are now?
Right.
Walking around in the terminal or something?
Yeah, wherever I go, they know who I am all over the place. I mean, of course, in Orange.
And that must be such a good feeling inside that you've done that.
Yeah, right.
That's wonderful.
Right.
Excellent. And the other thing I like about your show is that when you said with no covers and things like that, you promote musicians who don't have a platform perhaps to come and to sing and to do their own music, which is hard. You really don't have anything like that around. So that's such a wonderful thing that you've created. It really is. Very, very good. So congratulations.
Thanks.
And I have something for the show I brought for you guys to celebrate later. Wow. So my husband Mike's going to bring it over. Thanks, Mike. That's for you guys.
Thank you.
And so congratulations. And all the viewers will be maybe
Thank
taking
you.
a toast later, too. So
Here's to another 20 years.
another 20 years is right.
At least.
Excellent.
And I just, while I'm out here, I just want to thank all you 5 million viewers plus for watching this show. All you from Port Jervis, the last 20 years, as well as anybody who's joined us in the last year and a half in the markets we picked up, and right up to New York City that we just picked up. And I just want to thank you for watching and hope that you'll keep watching our shows, because I guarantee you they're just going to keep getting bigger and better.
They are. So, yes, we want that continued support always. So I have a question for you.
Yes.
Can you tell me some of your most memorable guests on the show? Do you have anybody that maybe stands out that you'd like to talk about?
Yes. I have this one girl. Her name is Veronica Cole. She was a 13-year-old girl who came on the show 5 years ago, and they liked her so much. She was a cute little pop singer. Her mom brought her all the way from Freehold, New Jersey.
Oh, wow.
I met her
just to come here.
Just to come here.
The
I
Mr.
found
Phil
out
show.
about her in Joe Franklin's office. Mr. Franklin showed me her album, and I called her up, and she was up here for the next week.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
And she was so well liked that they brought her on the telethon as a co-host on my portion that year, the 2007 telethon. She sat with me on the couch, a 13-year-old, telling the people to give money. And
wow, and with confidence, I'm sure. Wow, that's
with
great.
confidence, she just
Wow.
walked in here, I'm ready to go. And I mean, when she said things like, give up the cigarettes and beer this week and give the money to us, you'll be healthier for it. I mean, I couldn't believe that's coming out of a 13-year-old.
Out of the mouths of babes,
Yes.
right?
And I introduced her to the manager I had that time, and his cousin was manager of a recording company. So he set her up with that, and she got signed.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
And now she's out on her own doing all sorts of things. This girl, she was here recently, and her opportunities are just growing and growing. She's been on cruise ships. She's performed done the national anthem for different major sporting events. And I mean, she's just growing in leaps and bounds, all from this show.
You know, and it probably just helped her give her confidence, you know, and just not only that, but also people got to know who she was, too, by watching her.
Right.
That's great. So what a great platform you have for them.
I mean, she's gained such experience that I actually called her up for advice.
That's great.
Yes, I had.
That's wonderful.
I was asked to do a relay for life, and I called her up to ask her, you know, her advice on what kind of music to use, what I should do, and all that. And she set it up for me beautifully.
Oh, wow. That's fabulous.
Yeah.
Wow. So I also had another question. What maybe was something like one of your favorite songs that you heard here that maybe touched you in some way that you remember from one of your performers?
Well, I'd say the thing that really touched me the most, I had a co-host on here one time who went off to American Idol, but you know, for some reason they didn't like her. At that time, they wanted all upbeat music because it was a Friday night show. We were doing like karaoke stuff. And she sang a cappella Amazing Grace.
And it probably sounded fabulous.
It sounded fabulous. I mean, she made everybody cry here. And you're talking about, you know, real tough people and all that. I mean, and that was like one of the most memorable events that took place. This was like 10 years ago.
Wow, so lots of good memories that you got from
Lots
the
of
show.
good memories. And then, of course, the best thing that ever happened was 5 years ago. No, this is like 3.5 years ago now. We were without a co-host, and I got this Lori Mantilla I was introduced to, and she came in here and took over the show and professionally changed it.
Now, tell us about what Lori. This is all because of Lori, right?
Lori,
that we're
this
looking
is her
around
set
here. The
between
set.
Lori and Fritz,
And Fritz
who's over
and
here,
Carmine, yeah.
and Carmine and Dave Lambert and all that. I mean, they helped design and put this together.
I know, because when I had been here about a year ago or so, you guys were over in a different section. When I came back for, I think, the Christmas show or the holiday show, it was this beautiful set here.
Right.
And I think, Lori, you guys had all done it, and it was just beautiful. So
Right.
it's growing. Even the set's becoming even bigger and greater. That's
And
wonderful.
it came at the right time, going into New York, the New York market, and all, So, I mean, it's just beautiful. Just last week, I mean, I don't even know myself how many fans I had out there. I did a 4th of July show with Carl Richards up in Liberty, New York, for 2,000 people up there. And I had a big following that came over from an area that I'm not even broadcasting in yet, from New Jersey, from Sparta, New Jersey.
Now, tell us, what did you do there? Did you sing?
I sang. I did.
And tell us a little bit about that. I was going to ask you, too, because I know that you have an album.
Yes.
But I don't think, some people know, some people don't. What is the name of the album?
It's called I Had a Dream.
I Had a Dream.
And on it is the song that I'm going to sing, I Had a Dream, which is written about my life as an artist. And it also has my patriotic song, We'll Stand Tall. So I did that for 4th of July.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes.
Perfect. Veterans and everybody and their families must have loved that one.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. Very good. Excellent. So we've got some wonderful guests tonight, right? You're going to sing.
I'm going to sing for this.
We've got our comedian, right?
Yes, we have a.
Didn't you say this is the first time ever you're going to?
Yes, this is the first.
First time
We've never
tonight.
had
We're going to have
comedian on here before, but this is a big first for us.
On this hot, sweaty night, we can enjoy a little laughter, right?
Yes.
And then I know I'll be performing. I've got some originals also.
Okay.
So, yeah, very good.
So I'm going to get up and do my first song.
So you're going to start off by singing, what's the name of the song again?
I Had a Dream.
I Had a Dream.
Yes. And this was a song that Carl Richards wrote for me. It's about my life as an artist. And if you listen to the words and what it's about, it really is a true song to me, because my co-host always said that I sing from the heart.
Well, that's a good thing to sing from.
Yes, and how hard I've worked.
To show through
how
then.
hard I've worked all these years for it. So, this is a special song in dedication for tonight's special show.
Oh, well, we're excited to hear it then.
Okay.
So this is Mr. Phil singing I Had a Dream.
I sing from my heart. You know that it's true. I had a dream. Now I stand in front of you. I chase the rainbow. I found my pot of gold. I grabbed for the brass ring. Now here it is I hold. I had a dream. My dreams have come true. Thank you.
What a beautiful, beautiful song. I loved it.
Thank you.
Excellent. It inspired me to follow my dream after that, too. Beautiful. And I'm sure you inspire all the listeners, too, to do that as well.
Yes. Everybody out there, follow your dreams.
Follow your dreams.
Okay. Is Danny ready?
We have our comedian tonight.
Yes.
Danny Ryan is his name?
Danny Ryan, yes.
And
Is
he's
he-
going to be performing some comics relief for us, right?
Yes, he is.
Well, that's good. We're hoping for some relief here, right? I don't know.
Yes.
Here he comes.
Okay.
Welcome. Here's our comedian tonight, Danny Ryan.
Yeah. Yep. For the first time ever on the Mr. Phil show.
It's going to be our first comedian.
Our first comedian.
Welcome, Danny.
Okay.
Hi.
You take the silver, mine.
Have my briefcase.
Oh, okay. Should I be nervous or not?
No, I'm pretty. I don't bite. I'm pretty down to earth. How you guys doing tonight? All right.
Good. We're celebrating our 20th anniversary here for Mr. Phil.
Gotta love the guy because I'll tell you a quick story. Phil put me on the bus since 1970 something. I just know that when I would go down to see my relatives in the city, it was Phil putting me on the bus to Monroe.
Oh.
When I went into the Navy and I came back, it
So
was Phil putting me on the bus to Monroe.
A man who wears many caps, right? You do many
Right.
things.
Then I moved to Los Angeles, right? Try my luck in Hollywood. 22 years, right? What a loser. I'm back. But
Not a loser.
Phil
This is
puts me on
great.
the
You're
bus
back
to
for us.
Monroe.
No.
And then he tells me he's got a show. And I said, wait a minute, I had a show in L.A. So I loved it. I just loved seeing him, and I loved the fact that he got into show business because I had been 20-something years since I really seen him. Phil's a great guy, great guy.
Thank you.
God bless. How many years at the port now? 47?
47. A lifestyle.
This guy, he looks so young. Come on, you're using that just for men, right? You're using that? Oh, yeah. No, you got a few years. Because you look good. I'm telling you. You got the good, I got the bad Irish skin. You know, you got the good skin. You don't want, no, he's getting up there, though. You got to admit. He's getting so old. He went to Jurassic Park High School. Remember that?
Oh, no.
His math teacher was a T-Rex, okay? It was like little short hands, but handed out the assignments. I mean, gotta love him. Gotta love him. I wanted to talk about, they want me to do comedy. I didn't know that he wasn't used to having comics on here. I haven't done comedy in a while, but I said, I'll give it a shot again. I'm a special ed teacher now, which is fine because I brought my friend Ed with me, and he's kind of special. And special ed. He told me that joke. That was Ed's joke. But I love what I do for a living, and I still like making people laugh. So I said, all right, I'll give it a shot. It's been a while since Hollywood. I'm a people person. That's what everyone tells me. I'm a people person. I like people. And I'm a people person, and if you're a person, I'll probably like you, you know, as long as you don't rip me off or steal from me. As long as you're not a crooked politician who talks out both sides of your mouth, because I'm telling you, the country's going through some stuff right now like never before. So I went to, I'll tell you a little more about myself. He knows about me. I went to Harvard University. I used the bathroom, and then I left because I wouldn't get into Harvard. I'm sorry. I tried, but, you know, they were like, get the hell, security. I went on a job interview one time, and I just thought I would be flamboyant. They said to me, we're looking for someone who's honest, who's going to be punctual, and knows how to get the job done. I said, well, hire me, and I'll help you find him. He's out there somewhere. You know, today we can find him together. Then they asked me if I knew Windows 2000. I said, well, back in 2000, I had an apartment with no windows out in Queens. It was horrible. One of those basement deals. I'm looking at people's feet all day. Oh, yeah. I married a beautiful Brazilian girl I met in 7-Eleven. She was putting together one of those 7-Eleven hot dogs, right? The relish, the mustard. I'm carrying a basketball. I just came from playing ball in Santa Monica, California. And I said, oh, man. I said to my friend, that's going to be my wife. And ironically, it is. You know, when I finally got the nerve to talk to her, she said, I mean, I don't speak English. My English is so bad. I said, oh, you're going to make a perfect wife then. We can't communicate? That's perfect. Just put me in the man cave. Bring me meals now and then. All right? No, she's great, though. And we have a 6-year-old daughter. And to be 53 with a 6-year-old daughter, let me tell you. I was at Johnny Rockets on my birthday in Middletown. My daughter and I having a milkshake. The lady comes up. What will you and your granddaughter be having? Me and my granddaughter. I'm like, yeah, that Viagra stuff really works, lady. This is my daughter. No, I don't need Viagra. And they brainwashed my daughter. You know what drives me crazy? I took her to McDonald's the other day. I'll have a Happy Meal, Dad. Happy Meal? What is this crap? In the 70s, that we knew better. That you couldn't. This is like the 3-card money guy on 8th Avenue. You know, they knock over the box and walk away. A Happy Meal? What's so happy about it? You ask the chicken if he's happy. I don't even think there are such thing as nuggets, right? I found out there's no nuggets. Who's happy here? Who's going to get the clogged arteries? I'll have a depressed meal. I'll have a sad meal. Do you have the sad meal with the funeral special? Yeah, because a funeral meal. There you go, because you're killing us, McDonald's. All right. Anyway, so what else did I want to talk about? I lived in L.A. for 22 years. That's a long time to live in Los Angeles. I've seen everything, and I have to say, L.A. has more perverts than anywhere in the planet. Probably because it's the headquarters for the porno industry, but it was nuts. And I've seen a lot of changes take place, especially at the Port Authority when I came home after 22 years in L.A. And I'm sure Phil could attest to this. I used to walk outside Times Square, 8th Avenue and 42nd. There was Show World across the street. Now it's Dwayne Reed Bookstore. Oh, great. Where we used to watch live Blinkety Blink Blink, now I can get educated at Dwayne Reed Bookstore. And of course, I was approached by women of the evening who would ask me if I had a date or if I would like a date. Or more like, yo, baby, $40. And I go, yo, that's okay. I'm waiting for a taxi. Or I'd be approached by, yo, ups, downs, reds, good gold. I got good weed. What do you need? What do you need? What do you need? Now I get approached 22 years later by Mickey and Goofy and Donald Duck and Disney. You know, I was in Times Square the other day. Elmo got arrested. My daughter's still traumatized. Elmo got busted. I swear to you, anyone that watched the news recently, they took the head off, the fake head. And you've seen his real face, and they had him in handcuffs. And unfortunately, my daughter's watching the news with me going, Daddy, Elmo got arrested. I go, well, honey, not everybody's on an up and up. You know what I mean? Remember, you wouldn't sit on the Easter Bunny's lap. You didn't like that man. Remember that? She still believes in Santa, God, thank God. But I tried to get her to sit on the Easter Bunny's lap. She was like, no, Daddy, there's something wrong with that man. Easter Bunny, that's funny. Oh, yeah. So what else happened with me in my life? My life sucks. Now I step out, you know. Oh, yeah, by the way, at the Port Authority the other day, this is how much things have changed. Big Bird was actually pimping one of the tourists. It's come a long way. I know he's going to bleep that one out. Okay, but Elmo got busted. Right, Ed? I finally got a job working for the Hollywood studios out there. I was so excited. I finally landed a job for the studios. I mean, to get a job, after coming all the way from New York, to get a job at the Hollywood studios, I mean, every morning I would wake up, I must have stuffed like 800 to 900 envelopes a day at the Hollywood studios. I was so excited, though. I said, at least I'm in. I'm inside the gates, man. Now I can work my way into being an extra. And for those of you that don't know what that is, that's called background. You're in the background of a movie. And if next time you watch a movie, watch the extras, because we're very underpaid and over-talented. You actually have to chew gum and walk at the same time. Watch. Ready? I'm going to practice what I do best on the movie set. Look, first, there was that one time they had me on Star Trek Voyager, and I was supposed to be waiting for a train in the background. Oh, you'll like this, Phil. I'm waiting for a train, all right. I go, I'm waiting for a speaking part. I'm going like this. Damn, where is that train? Come on. You know, finally, the director had to go, the background's stealing the show over here, because I'm really saying, give me a break. Will you guys? No. They got upset with me. So I was on shows such as, let's see, ER, X-Files, Melrose Place, Diagnosis Murder, you name it. But it wasn't until I went on Star Trek Voyager that I learned what a Trekkie was. Okay, I had no clue. I mean, my cousin in Queens is a Trekkie. I mean, he would know every character, everything. So I'm playing this Trekkie as an extra, very low paid. I'm not allowed to speak. Of course, I have this big helmet, this whole outfit from head to toe, 12, 14 hours. I'm walking around like this. I decided to go across the street to get a cup of coffee with my Star Trek outfit on, right? I got bombarded by Trekkies. And I'm just trying to pay my Santa Monica rent. I was getting like $50 a day to be this guy. They thought I was someone, the real guy or something. I had the big head like that. They were all coming up to me for autographs. I said, I'm just trying to get a cup of coffee, please. No, Trekkies are dangerous. They're one of a kind. I was just trying to pay my rent. Right, Eddie? Just trying to pay my rent. And then there were the gold diggers in L.A. Oh, my God. That's why I drive a Toyota, Phil. The gold diggers look at me and they think, he has no money. They don't know what I have. They don't know. But I went to dinner with this one gold digger, and she was just testing me, I think. You know, she ordered the most expensive dinner on the menu. Then she ordered the most expensive wine to the table. And now I'm thinking, like, I'm looking at it, and I'm starting to sweat. I mean, there's literally beads of sweat coming down my forehead. 'Cause I'm looking at the price of the stuff she's ordering. I'm going, this is not going to happen. I mean, I passed math. I know I don't have enough in my pocket for this woman. And I don't even have a credit card, so we're in a heap of trouble, boy. So I said to myself, excuse me, where's your men's room? Oh, yeah, I got it good, Ed. There was a big old window, and the men's room was on the first floor. So those are kind of me and my gold digger dates. I love that. One time I met a girl. I had seen this one girl. I owed her $20, right? So I walk into a library. I'm looking through the bookstore, and she's doing a poetry reading. I thought I recognized the voice. So she's got like 100 people there. Everybody's listening to her poetry reading. I walk by, and she screams out, "Where's my $20?" and interrupts the poem. I'm like, I've never been put on blast that way before. So the Olympics are coming. Everybody going to watch the Olympics in London and stuff? I love watching the long-distance runners because, for me, I watch the guy who's in last place, okay? I get a kick out of that guy because he's like, I mean, he's looking around. He must know. I mean, he's no one behind me. 5 years I trained. I got up at 5 in the morning. All those women that wanted me, I couldn't do anything. I trained. I'm in last place in the Olympics. What's he thinking? Next time you watch the Olympics, watch the guy in last place. Just have a little sympathy for him, right? So, but the big thing about moving from Los Angeles back to Monroe, well, my parents moved to Monroe from New York City many years ago. So, but I grew up in Monroe. I love Monroe. The thing about Monroe, after living in Los Angeles, you stop at a light in Los Angeles and you got immigrants, Mexican immigrants trying to sell you bananas and fruit, and, you know, all healthy stuff. It's a good thing. You're sitting at the light, okay, I'll have a couple bananas and apples. You stop at a light in Monroe, especially if you're near the beer and soda, you get to watch two homeless bums fight over the last can of beer. Okay? In L.A., we got the Hollywood sign. In Monroe, we got the Dunkin' Donuts sign. In L.A., they go to parties and they snort. They snort all kinds of lines. In Monroe, we go to ShopRite, we stand on lines. And then finally, in L.A., when you see a gang, everybody ducks. In Monroe, when you see a gang, it usually is ducks. And they're just crossing the street, and they're cute little things. They got the mommy and the little babies following. Wow. God bless you. My name is Danny Ryan.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Great work.
Thanks, Danny. That was wonderful.
Wow.
How much fun? Sure.
Well, just
sure.
I have a few minutes. I'm going to put her up to sing.
Oh, that was fun.
You
Man.
reminded me
Great
something about
audience
the
here.
Olympics. I
Audience
know.
of two. I love it.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. Peace sign.
I'm going to be
Wow.
watching the Olympics now. I'm rooting for that last person to come in.
That's great. So,
Phil, well, I'm telling you, Phil, I don't really tell people too much about, you know, how I feel about you, but I came back because of you. I left L.A. I left Hollywood so I could come to Port Jervis and do this show, man.
Wow.
Should be honored.
yes, I am.
Actually, I'd rather be upstate New York than L.A. because it's beautiful, it's clean. You know, the first year I was back, I was driving to the city and stuff, and I said, wow, man, it's beautiful here. You forget, when you live in a big, smelly place like Los Angeles for 20 years, I mean, I was taken back by going through Bear Mountain every day to work and, like, the beauty of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
this area
especially
is
when it was
absolutely
the
gorgeous.
seasonal
Just
changes
beautiful.
I know.
Yep.
I've been out to L.A. like to do the Jimmy Kimmel show a few times, and you know, I was just glad to get out.
Jimmy's a good friend of mine. He don't know me. He don't care about me.
You know, the funniest thing though, the first time I was on Jimmy Kimmel show, so I went to a party afterwards in the green room with some of the actors and actresses, and I had 12 years at that time, and this one girl who was there had 8 years, and she had a part on ER, and she was in the movie Scooby-Doo, and she says to me, if you were in L.A., she says, you'd probably be ahead of me. She said being in the, because she was saying about being in New York, she says, you know, she didn't think there's much opportunity in New York.
Oh, there is so much opportunity in New York.
Right.
There's a lot of opportunity.
If you could
Got
find
New York
somebody to
City,
rent you like an off-Broadway theater,
Yeah.
that's where I'm at right now. Because I just want to rent a little off-Broadway theater, get someone to put up the money. I have several plays that are hysterical, even better than the Mike Tyson play. Actually.
Right.
Oh.
Mike Tyson has a play now, okay?
Yeah.
Now I know I can do a play. Because
I heard that it was coming out. One of my students.
he sings a song in it.
It was on Facebook. I went,
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike can sing, they say.
Well,
Who
the
knew?
thing is
He
this.
was in that movie. The Hangover.
Hangover, yeah.
That he was hysterical.
Yeah.
I was the biggest Mike Tyson fan of anyone
Wow.
until he bit that man's ear off. And I was at a Pasadena barbecue, and I said,
Oh, stop.
"What?" I didn't even want the chicken anymore. I was like, "I'm done,
Right.
man." He just bit that man's ear off, and I'm trying to eat chicken at this barbecue. I was like, "I'm done with you, Mike." I was the biggest fan. Then you tattooed your face. I'm done. I'm out. You know what I mean? You look
Wow.
like a monster.
Yeah.
Then
Okay.
you went through $300 million and ended up bankrupt. That took talent. Now
Right.
that took. You
I'll-
could come on Phil's show with that kind of.
Yeah. I'll stay. I'll stay.
$300 million.
I'll stay here in New York. The
you
opportunities
go.
are not really out there. I mean, you wouldn't find anything like this out there.
No.
I seen
I'm
Phil
sure
the other
not.
day. This bus driver, all the bus drivers like twice his size. And the guy's like got his hand in Phil's face. I almost jumped out of the bus and kicked the guy's ass. I'm telling you, I was like, "That's my friend Phil." There's some big guys. They get up and Phil gets right up back in their face, man. Hey, I'm Phil, man. 47 years here. Before you were born, I was working here.
Okay.
Okay.
When they were hookers on 8th Avenue, I was working here. Before
Right.
Goofy and Mickey.
Goofy and Mickey. All right. Now we want to show what Pam could do.
All right. Well, thank you for
Thank
having
you
me.
All
so
right.
much.
God
It was
bless
so
you.
much.
Thank
It was
you.
so much fun listening
All
to you.
right.
It's
We
the people
appreciate
behind
it.
the scenes that you can get a shot of the people that really motivate me.
Oh, thank
Yes.
you.
Okay.
Mr.
Take
Phil,
care.
thank
God
you
bless.
so much for letting us have our first comedian here. We had thoroughly
Yes.
enjoyed. That was a lot of fun. I had some
Okay.
good laughs, some good times.
Right. Now you could go up and serenade the
I
people.
am. I'm going to serenade. I'm working on an album,
Yes.
and I think I'm going to call it Sweet Dangers.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it could be many things that it could mean. And I'm going to sing a couple of the songs from it that I wrote. And as I go through it, I'll talk a little bit about each of the songs, if that's okay,
Okay.
with you.
All right.
All right, thank you. So my first song I'm going to do, I kind of am doing it because it pertains to music. And when I thought of you, and there was going to be music cut in a program, and I thought, you know what? You are the person who probably promotes that the most out of anybody I know, is keeping music in the community, keeping it alive in your hearts and your spirit. So I wrote this song, and I'm singing that first here for you.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's called Keep It Alive.
Yes.
All right. I can't imagine a place without music. Those beautiful Okay, this next song I'm going to do is called Little Angel. And Phil had mentioned earlier about someone that he had lost, his mom, someone very special to him. And I actually lost my little cousin years ago. His name is Andy. And I wrote this song afterwards. And the wonderful thing sometimes about music is it gives you an avenue to put those sorrows and those sad feelings. So this is perhaps about somebody maybe you've lost in your life. Little Angel. Where have the dreams gone, sweet little angel? Help me to understand. Give me a reason. Why will then take them so young? Can't you see their lives have just begun? I'm asking you why my heart wants to cry. When I think of the life yet to live, why, oh Lord, I said take them so young. Help me see your answer. Why, oh Lord, please tell me why. Precious memories I hold close to my heart. Days pass with strong desire, wishing we were ne'er apart. Why will then take them so young? Can't you see their lives have just begun? I'm asking you why my heart wants to cry. When I think of the life yet to live, why, oh Lord, take them so young? Help me see your answer. Why, oh Lord, please tell me why. Missing all the times we shared, hoping you know I cared. Forever my dreams with you, sweet little angel. Why will then take them so young? Can't you see their lives have just begun? I'm asking you why my heart wants to cry. When I think of the life yet to live, why, oh Lord, I said take them so young. Help me see your answer. Why, oh Lord, please tell me why. Thank you.
for a few. We're gonna do something a little different than we. Okay. I'm gonna get up and do. I'm gonna get up and do my song.
Wonderful.
Okay, and then after that, we'll because we got to be finished at a certain time.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
So the name of this song is?
The name of the song is One Red Rose.
One Red Rose.
The song was written for my mom, who passed away, and
we know we love those people, and that's a wonderful way to remember them through song.
yes, because I want to do this for her because she's the one who inspired me to sing. You know that?
Mm-hmm. No, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this goes out
She
to
was-
Mom, right?
She was in a chorus, my mom, when I was like 4 or 5 years old, and I used to go with her, and I learned all the songs that she used to do. I was able to do "You'll Never Walk Alone." I knew the words "You'll Never Walk
From
Alone"
Carousel, yep.
from Carousel. When I was 5 years old. I could do it.
Wow.
Yes,
Oh, it's wonderful your mom shared that gift with you then.
yes.
That's nice.
Okay. One red rose, one sweet rose for your birthday. As I stand by your graveside to pray, though you're gone, I can't go on here without you. So I'm leaving one red rose for you. And every year on this day, I will tell you I love you so, I can't let go. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Now I'm leaving one red rose for you. You know, Mom, you've made such a mark on this old world and in our hearts that no one could ever take your place. I know you're gone. Your memories live on. You have inspired us so. And we think about you every day. And I'll always leave one red rose for you. One red rose, one sweet rose for your birthday. As I stand by your graveside to pray, though you're gone, I can't live on here without you. So I'm leaving one red rose for you. And every year on this day, love you, Mom. Thank you. Thank you.
That was beautiful. Beautiful. You're